Internet. Today I actually want to talk about my thoughts on Borderlands 3. Now, over the past half month-ish? I don't know, it was kind of a giant blur, but I actually finished Borderlands 3, like the whole game. I didn't 100% it, I'm sure there's still some stuff that I needed to do, but got through the main story, did a good chunk of the side missions, and I think I'm ready to give my thoughts on it. So, with that being said, realistically, it's just more Borderlands. Like, if you love Borderlands, this is more of that. If you hate it, you won't like this game. It's nothing drastically different from the last couple of entries into the Borderlands series. There are a good chunk of quality of life updates to the game, like sliding and automatic pickup of ammo and money and all that good stuff. A lot of tweaks. The sliding I actually particularly enjoyed, not even so much for tactical reasons, although it was pretty helpful, just something to do, because you know how sometimes, like, if you got a long stretch to sprint, you just kind of jump in or whatever. The slide actually made it entertaining sometimes, and I don't know, it was just kind of a fun way to pass the time every once in a while, but as I mentioned, just other smaller tweaks that just made the game overall better from previous entries of Borderlands. The story this time, yeah, it was okay. A lot of not a lot. Some of the characters from previous Borderlands games do make a return. I do believe that this is a continuation from Borderlands 2, as opposed to that prequel that was out, and then that was kind of weird. But some of the characters do return, but this time we have new villains. Now in Borderlands 2 with Handsome Jack, I loved him as a villain. He made for a very interesting villain, and maybe it was just because of his super sarcastic / dry humor that I loved him so much, but these villains, not so much. They did not hold my attention as much as Handsome Jack's character did from Borderlands 2. And I guess the easiest way to break it down, Handsome Jack, loved him. The two twins, loved to hate them. It's interesting how they are built up to be. Like, I wonder if Borderlands, like the developers behind it, or the company behind it, or just whomever behind the game, were trying to make a statement, or just kind of pointing out something that they found annoying, because honestly, most of the time I found their characters more annoying, I mean evil, but mostly annoying as well, because every time that they were doing anything, they were streaming it, demanding that their followers do something, and yada yada yada. So I don't know if that is I don't know, their take / opinion on the, I don't know, current state of the internet. I don't know. It's just kind of weird that I'm talking about it on a YouTube video. But besides the point, yeah, they just were not my favorite. But other than that, the story was good. The side missions were fun and exciting to do. They varied. For the most part. There was a couple missions that repeated, but it was just kind of like a generic mission that they wanted you to do in multiple worlds / maps. So that was fine, but other than that, there were other ones, like one time you had to go and get this coffee shop up and running, and then another time, obviously, you just have to go kill someone who just has an over-the-top personality, and another time, you had to enter into a contest to be able to become like the next commentator on something, but you actually just ended up killing all the contestants before they could do their little spiel. But yeah, story was good. I was kind of sad towards the end. Not gonna give too much away, but it did kind of make me sad at the end, and I'm curious to see if they put out another Borderlands, because it's been a long time since they put out the last Borderlands, so I'm curious to see if they will actually continue with the Borderlands game. And aside from that, just great game, all that good jazz. I did have a couple problems with it. Well, I guess two main problems. One, there was this weird glitch in like the inventory system. I don't know, like sometimes guns would overlap, and it didn't work as smoothly as I was expecting it to for a huge AAA game, and especially Borderlands, who have had solid inventory screens before. I don't know, it just seems slow, clunky, and it doesn't work very well, so that was kind of weird. Not a huge complaint, but a complaint nonetheless. The other thing that I really did kind of take issue with was some of the bosses. Now, maybe I'm just not remembering from previous Borderlands, but it seemed a lot more so in Borderlands 3 that the bosses were really just kind of bullet sponges, and I would spend, I don't know, 20 minutes just kind of standing there dodging vague attacks or just powering right through them. And then, yeah, just keep shooting and shooting and shooting, and needless to say, my trigger finger got tired, and it's 20 minutes in, and then I die, and then I have to go back to the very beginning of the boss fight and commit another 20 minutes to shooting the exact same person and dodging the exact same vague attacks. I don't know, that didn't really make for good gameplay. I mean, I get it, like, you want something tougher for the boss fights, and you should not necessarily be punished, but you should have to make up some of that if you do die, which I do understand. But it kind of seemed to take it to an extreme, and I don't know, it kind of... that one thing and the menu system is just kind of like a weird blemish on what I have come to expect from Borderlands, but again, like, not a huge complaint, mostly just kind of an annoyance along with the menu system, but other than that, like I said, great game, loved the game, and I'm curious to see what they will do with the next Borderlands and all that stuff. They do have DLC out for this Borderlands, I do believe, but I just don't feel like buying it. I have enough games to play, and yeah, and just not enough time to dedicate to Borderlands DLC. But besides the point, overall great game, would definitely recommend it. Again, if you love Borderlands and the gameplay that is behind it, you will love this. It is essentially the same thing. With all that being said, if you have any comments, questions, anything like that, feel free to hit me up down in the comment section down below. Also in the description, feel free to check out any gameplay that I have for Borderlands 3. I did put up a good chunk of gameplay. It's kind of sporadic and all over the place, but that gameplay should give you at least a good idea of what the game is about. And then also remember to hit that thumbs up button, and also remember to subscribe, and remember to ring that little bell so you know when I post new videos or when I stream or anything like that. Also feel free to follow me on social media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Is that it? Yeah. So feel free to hit me up there. It's either going to be my face or the 3G Geek logo. And with all that being said, this is 3G Geek, signing off.